as the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal is set to give its verdict on or before the 16th of September, which is next month. Peter Obi, together with the Labour Party, have instructed the obedient to get ready for a possible rerun of elections in Nigeria. But the question here is, how will Peter Obi actually perform in a rerun of elections? Let's take a look and find out all the possible events that will unfold. Starting with number 1, we have TINUBU'S disqualification. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is facing various forms of disqualification based on forged certificates, the forfeiture of over $460,000 to the US government, and not adhering to the constitution about picking a vice presidential candidate. With all of these facts and evidence put together, Bola Ahmed Tinubu might not partake in a run of elections because he's not even qualified to run in the first elections held on the 25th of February 2023. And this will put Peter Obi in a very comfortable position, because without Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Peter Obi is going to secure maximum votes and support from the southern part of Nigeria. Without Bola Ahmed Tinubu contesting in the fresh elections, it's going to be a big blow to some political agents and political parties in the country, because Bola Ahmed Tinubu already made some nominations and made some appointments. We all know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not fit and proper to even contest in elections in the first place, because this man did not meet basic criteria, and this man also have various forms of criminal records, So if Bola Ahmed Tinubu fails to clear up his name, if he fails to bring out proper and original certificates to the court, don't be too surprised if Bola Ahmed Tinubu is absent in a rerun of elections in Nigeria. And all of these things will work in favor of Peter Obi of the Labour Party. And on number 2, we have IReV PORTAL. During the presidential elections held on the 25th of February 2023, INEC claimed that their portal known as IReV faced a lot of breakdowns during the elections, which prevented the commissions from uploading live results to their servers. But this time around, INEC will be forced to fix their portal, and they will be forced to upload live results to the portal. By doing so, this is going to stop various forms of rigging in the country, because if live results are uploaded directly to the server, it's going to stop or prevent any form of elections rigging, because Nigerians will be able to see the original documents used in conducting or executing the elections. INEC will have no hiding place. These guys will have no excuse in uploading live results to their server. And we know if free and fair elections are conducted in the country, we all know that it's going to favor Peter Obi in a big way, because it's going to be very difficult to downsize or reduce the votes of Peter Obi. Unlike the previous elections where Peter Obi's votes were heavily downsized to favor a particular presidential candidate. But this time around, with IReV working very well, Nigerians will be glued to their phones, their laptops, their tablets, following the live updates and results coming from various polling units domiciled all across the country. And on number 3, how will Peter Obi perform in the elections? Peter Obi, who is the people's choice, definitely is going to clinch victory, because Atiku can't stand Peter Obi in a free and fair contest. Nigerians domiciled all across the country will definitely come out in full force to show massive love and support to Peter Obi, just like they did in the previous elections. A lot of Nigerians domiciled all across the world will love to travel down to the country to partake and also cast their votes in a rerun of elections. A lot of Nigerians now will be so happy. They will be happy and motivated to leave their homes, because they believe that the elections is going to be free and fair, because all eyes will be on INEC. Everybody will be watching closely from their homes. Everybody can follow live result that will be uploaded to the server. And this will put INEC in the limelight for them to conduct a free and fair elections in the country, which will definitely lead to the victory of Peter Obi. And on number 4, how will Atiku Abubakar perform in the presidential elections? Atiku Abubakar, who will be contesting under the People's Democratic Party, and a man who comes from the northern settlement in Nigeria. Atiku Abubakar will get massive love and support from some politicians domiciled in the northern part of Nigeria. We all know that the northern part of Nigeria loves power. These guys want to retain power every single time. They want power to remain in that part of the country. Don't be too surprised if a lot of politicians rally behind Atiku Abubakar, not because he's a man that will perform very well being the president of Nigeria, or a man that has good track records. No, it's because he's a northerner, and a lot of northern politicians will want to rally behind him and show massive love and support to Atiku Abubakar. This will put him in a very comfortable position, and is going to underestimate the capabilities of Peter Obi in these elections, which will definitely work against him. And on number 5, we have the coalition of PDP and the APC. Don't be too surprised if you see the All Progressive Congress joining forces with the People's Democratic Party, because we all know that these parties are all the same. We all know that the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressive Congress are one and the same. These guys operate with the same mentality. These guys work just to put food on their table. They don't actually work to rectify and fix all of the issues in the country. The All Progressive Congress, being out of the elections, would want to join forces with PDP so as to get various forms of benefit and interest if PDP wins in these elections. And don't be too surprised if you see some politicians domiciled in the All Progressive Congress decamping and moving to the People's Democratic Party, because these guys are all the same. These guys operate with the same module and formula. These guys barely have the interest of Nigerians at heart. These guys see politics as a career. They just want to attain and get better positions every single year. So don't be too surprised if you see members of the All Progressive Congress decamping and moving down to the People's Democratic Party so as to get various forms of benefits. And on number 6, we have INEC. In these presidential elections, INEC will be forced to hold and conduct a free and fair elections. These guys will be forced to send all materials needed during the elections. They will be forced to send materials on time. These guys will be watched closely by various international bodies. A lot of African countries will tune in to watch how INEC, in a second attempt, will execute and give Nigerians a free and fair elections. INEC definitely will know that Nigerians are watching. They will know that the world have tuned in to see them perform a second time. INEC will be forced to give Nigerians one of the best elections that we've ever seen in the country. INEC will be forced to put their homes and houses in order. These guys will make sure every materials, the IReV portal, and so on and so forth, works efficiently and smoothly. Mahmood YAKUBU will be under full-time pressure. This guy knows that it's not business as usual. He will feel the heat coming from international bodies, and that is why he's going to be on top of his game. He's going to make sure that he doesn't dent his already dying image, With all of these things put in place, Peter Obi of the Labour Party will be a man to beat in these presidential elections, because Nigerians know that in a free and fair contest, Peter Obi is no match to any politician in the country. Peter Obi is going to clearly sweep up various states in this country. Anyways, if you see Labour Party and Peter Obi performing very well in these presidential elections, do well to like this video. I want to see your numbers. And on number 7, we have the Nigerian Police Force. In these particular elections, the Nigerian Police Force will be forced to be on their A game. We know in the past election, the Nigerian Police Force were a tool used by these corrupt politicians to execute all of their tactics and gimmicks. But this time around, it's not going to be business as usual. The Nigerian Police Force will be on their A game. These guys will be all out. These guys will be sent to various polling units domiciled all across the country to make sure the elections is going to be free and fair. A lot of international bodies will fly into Nigeria. We're going to see large amount of people, foreigners, trooping into the country to witness one of the greatest elections that will be conducted in the country. A lot of international bodies in Nigeria will travel wide and far to witness these elections in person and to give proper reportage to their TV stations, radio stations in any part of the world. This will put the Nigerian Police Force in a very tight situation. These guys will make sure that everything works out smoothly. These guys will not be a tool that will be used by corrupt politicians to execute all of their games and gimmicks in the elections. The Nigerian Police Force will watch out for any form of ballot box snatching, any form of troubles or violence that anyone would want to conduct or execute in any polling unit in the country. And like I said, all of these things will work in favor of Peter Obi, because Peter Obi and the Obedience knows fully well that in a free and fair contest, Atiku can't stand a chance when he goes one-on-one with Peter Obi, and all of these events will highly favor Peter Obi. And on number 8, what will happen to Bola Ahmed Tinubu? What will happen to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's political career in the country? Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be forced to vacate his office as the president of Nigeria. He will be forced to shamefully leave together with all of his cabinet, his ministers, all of the appointments he has made already. They will be forced to leave together with him. This is going to go down as one of the most interesting events in the Nigerian political history. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the man called Jagaban, won't like any of these things, He's going to put up a fight. He's going to make sure he fights all of the decisions that will be made by the court. Bola Tinubu will not just accept any form of declarations from the court. He's going to contest the outcome and he's going to put up a fight. And that is why the All Progressive Congress are strategizing on various means and methods to stop Peter Obi from reclaiming his mandate. If you want to see how APC and PDP are planning together to stop Peter Obi, click on the video showing right here on your screen where we clearly expose all of their games and gimmicks. Click on this video and I will see you there.